Hey Frontline fans, welcome back to Comic Frontline and fans. You're back with me, Mike Spider Slayer, getting ready to bring you another episode of Spider Slayer's Hall, episode number 20. Of course, guys, this is the video series where each and every week, me, Mike Spider Slayer, brings you the books that I picked up for the week and maybe some other goodies. Well, this week there was a lot of DC books coming out, and there was a lot of new number ones that came out once again from DC Comics. So what did I get? Well, let's find out. All right, here we go. As always, every week I show you the black, mysterious, boring bag. No designs on it whatsoever. So, as I take this off and throw it behind me, I'm inside. I must proudly announce that I am done with tennis summer camp. This is like the first, I guess, real day that I have like a half day. Kids just went back to school, so hopefully things will get a little bit back on a routine. I'll be doing a few more reviews and things like that. All right, here we go. No more stalling. First things first, I wound up getting All-Star Batman issue number 1. There was 2 covers to this. I wound up getting this weird, I don't know, it feels weird. It's a different type of material that they use for the cover. Like if you can compare covers, it's completely different. This was like sticking to my other comic books when I got it. But nevertheless, this is a highly anticipated book. This is Scott Snyder's Batman. It's got supposedly more villains in it. John Romita Jr. does the artwork, which I'm not a huge fan of, but we'll see where it goes. Here's the opening page of the book. Looks like a lot of detail. I'm hoping good things out of this. We get to see just, again, more villains, characters that we haven't seen. Definitely looking forward to All-Star Batman issue number 1. Batman. All right, next is another new number 1 this week. And of course, that's the theme this week, new number 1s. Deathstroke Rebirth issue number 1. I'm interested to see where Deathstroke goes. I read it when New 52 came out. Didn't like it. Then Tony S. Daniel took it over. Too boring for me. Now I get to see where this series actually goes, how the artwork looks in this one. I'm excited for it. Of course, like I said, I'm giving pretty much almost every Rebirth title a try. Soon, though, I am going to be making cuts because obviously I can't afford every single comic book, even at $2.99. But when they're shipped, twice a month, it's $6, so it is still quite expensive. So Deathstroke Rebirth issue 1. Next was Red Hood and the Outlaws. This is the official issue number 1 here. Now, the first issue of this was really well done. It kind of had a origin story, of Jason Todd and whatnot, and I thought it was really well done. The artwork was nice, and this definitely warrants another try for this, and hopefully this series will be better than the last series and then the one before that or whatever. They changed teams in the last one. When it first started with the New 52, it just didn't seem right, with like Starfire in it, and she was overly sexualized, and I wasn't into all that. But we'll see where Red Hood and the Outlaws go. This is issue number 1. Bizarro on the team. Definitely out there. All right, next is another new number 1 this week, and this goes to Superwoman issue number 1. Now, this is Lois Lane, right, as far as I know. How did she get the powers? And was it based off of what we saw at the end of the New 52 when Superman died, or pre-New 52, or I'm sorry, when New 52 Superman died? There's so many freaking Supermen going on right now, but all the Superman stories or super book stories have been really well done. So I'm interested to see this one. So Superwoman issue number 1. Now we go on to the number 2s. Hal Lantern and the Green Lantern Corps, issue number 2. We left off with this book was you got to see the Green Lantern Corps. I can't freaking talk today. Make their way back into the current universe, and Hal Jordan was searching for them. And we get to see Sinestro wind up becoming Parallax once again. Really cool artwork. I love the book in here. Love the artwork inside the book. I love Green Lantern. I'm hoping that this story just goes in a more traditional direction than what we saw in the New 52. So Hal Jordan in the Green Lantern Corps, issue number 2. All right, next, New Superman, issue number 2. Last issue was really cool. I love the character. However, I felt that his origin story was a little bit rushed. It was like, hurry up, let's get your powers, and then let's introduce to you the Wonder Woman or the Justice League of Japan in here, and you see Wonder Woman and Batman, and that was your cliffhanger at the end of the last issue. I kind of would have liked to leave it left off where the main character, and I forgot his name, would have gotten found and said, hey, let's introduce you to these new powers. It was right away he was so gullible, he wanted these powers, and it happened too quickly. So I want to see, how he handles his powers, what he does against this Wonder Woman and Batman. I don't feel that was needed as the cliffhanger, but I am still interested in this, and this is New Superman issue 2. All right, next is The Flash, issue number 4. This is a book that needs to go somewhere for me. Right now, we've had the Rebirth issue. We've had 3 issues of people just getting the Speed Force. Nothing really happens. We got to see at the end of the last issue Godspeed, but we just saw a glimpse of him. And it kind of leaves you hanging going, okay, what's going to happen here? But as I open up this book, there's a lot of dialogue going on here, and it just doesn't seem like very much is happening. And that's been the problem with a lot of these issue number 4s when it comes to Rebirth. I noticed that last week. There was a lot of talking heads, a lot of standing out. Nothing really progressed a lot of the stories. And even though there were some really good books, there were some books that just didn't cut it for me last week. And I feel like I'm going to be starting to make, like I said, some cuts soon. And I'm thinking one of them might be Green Arrow and another one might be Nightwing, as I'm just not a fan of those. And this is kind of one of them right now. Just nothing's been really happening, and we're 4 issues in. So this is The Flash, issue number 4. But speaking of a good title, Wonder Woman issue number 4. This one has been really well done. We're going into the second part of the year 1 story when it comes to Wonder Woman. The other part of the story where it comes to her trying to find Themyscira has been really good. I really enjoyed the Cheetah story and her trying to keep Barbara Ann humanized as much as she can. But again, going back to this issue, this is going back to the whole year 1 when she first found Steve Trevor and whatnot. So this is Wonder Woman issue number 4. All right, next goes to Action Comics issue 961. It's been a lot of fun. I mean, we've had Doomsday. He's kicking ass. Last time we saw him, he's going after what you would think is the family, But now I'm getting to the point now, as much as the action has been great, the story has been really good as well, I'm looking to see a little bit more progression. How long are we going to keep fighting Doomsday? Where does the story go from here? As much as I love seeing these iconic characters and of Doomsday and Superman, and I want to see a little bit more story progression. It seems a little bit slow, and I kind of understand it because this is these books are being shipped twice monthly, and it feels like you're getting more issues. Where compared to a once-a-month book, it's just like, all right, I've been reading 4 issues of this already. Why don't we progress it? So Superman Action Comics, we'll see where it goes. I'm really enjoying it, though. And 961. All right, next is Batman Detective Comics, issue 938. Another really good series. One of the issues I have with it, though, is we've been so focused on Batman and Batwoman, and I get that Batwoman is kind of like the leader of this team or whatnot. I feel like we need a little bit more character moments when it comes to the other cast of characters, like Clayface and like Spoiler and Orphan. Like, she hasn't even said anything. Well, she doesn't really say anything, but nevertheless, I mean, I want more of these characters featured in this particular book. And when I open up the page right here, I see Clayface. This is what I want to see. Even if it's taking a break from Batman and Batwoman for a little while, that's what I want to see. I want to see these characters do what their part on the team and make it a team book kind of like what it is, I guess. Not just like a Batwoman book. So this is Batman Detective Comics, issue number 938. All right. Well, you're probably wondering, Mike, did you get anything else besides DC this week? Well, yes, I did. I did get that. And I got the uneventful Star Wars Darth Vader issue number 24. I thought I was going to drop this. It just took too long for me to get back to the comic book store to say, hey, drop this. I never did, so I'm going to see it out. It ends at issue number 25. And in the last issue, we wound up seeing Vader going against like his arch nemesis at the time. His name is Silo. And it's like this guy created the Darth Vader suit. And this guy has complete control over Vader, and he brought him to his knees in the last issue. And in this book, it looks like, I guess he's seeing Padme here. I don't know if he's reliving old days or whatnot. Yeah, I guess he kind of is, because I look at the issue, and look what we see. Anakin Skywalker, just as he's turning into Darth Vader, or just as he's turned to the dark side. So, okay, now this has got me interested, because this is reliving old days of Darth Vader, or Revenge of the Sith, or whatever it is. So, good stuff. I'm looking forward to that. So, Star Wars Darth Vader, issue 24. All right, next, we wound up getting all new, all different Avengers, the fan fiction world of Miss Marvel. I think this is pretty cool because I am a Miss Marvel fan. She is one of the greatest things that has come out of Marvel Comics in recent years, and she's a great character, and anything that has her in it, that has some extra stories in there about her, or where she came from, or what she's doing, I think it's really awesome, and I'm going to support this character because she is like almost like a Peter Parker of now, and seeing her go through all the trials and tribulations of being that new hero has been awesome. And this has just got some fun stories in it, so I wanted to read it and see what it was all about. So if you're interested, go check this one out. This is the fan fiction world of Miss Marvel, issue 1. $5 though. If you don't want to spend the $5, I understand. Next we have from Marvel, SpiderMan 2099, issue number 13. I've been really kind of disappointed with this book as of late. It just seems to be a little bit all over the place. I don't find an emotional connection to Miguel O'Hara and some of the villains that he's facing, whether it's the Sinister Six of 2099. The only emotional connection I've had in this book was when he had a relationship with Tempest, and Tempest has been in the hospital. Since it's gotten away from that, I don't feel like there's a real connection here for me when it comes to Miguel and anything else in this book. And now it's a Civil War II tie-in, so I'm not sure how this ties into Civil War in any way, shape, or means. Maybe it's him in the future and something has happened. I don't know, but I feel like this one's a stretch when it comes to Civil War II. So we'll see what happens. Spider-Man 2099, issue number 13. All right, last but not least, have to talk about the Amazing Spider-Man, issue number 16. And look at the banner on top. Before Dead No More. So now Dan Slott's really pushing the Dead No More storyline here. It's like the prelude or whatever you want to call it. This ended the last story with Regent, so this starts a new story arc before October rolls around, and it's called, Before Dead No More, Part 1, Whatever the Cost. So it'll be interesting, because the last page of that story arc, we see J. Jonah Sr. coughing up blood, and we saw May cough up blood in the issue before that. So what's going on? Are they really real people? Are they clones? Who knows? I don't know. Why are they sick? So we'll see what happens with it. I'm going to be reviewing this one and probably Batman All-Star or All-Star Batman after this. And we'll see where these titles go. So, guys, now it's your turn to keep the discussion going in the comments below on what comics you picked up for the week, which ones you're most excited for, which ones you're not so excited for. Also, guys, in those comments below, tell me which DC Rebirth books you might be thinking of dropping and some that are not keeping your interest. And fans, as always, thank you for watching Comic Frontline. And this has been Spider Slayers Hall, episode number 20. And I'll see you guys on the next comic book review. Take care. Bye.